And here it is. It's hard to find when it's not at street level, but that's the place we're going to. And this is the place, supposedly. This wasn't something that we ordered, but we've got to try it and see what it's like. Edamame and it looks like focaccia. I missed that whole thing. I just ate the little cake there, which is more like a frittata than anything else. And then these have a little bit more vinegar to it than I remember back home. It takes some getting used to, but the whole thing is going to be an experience. Turns out that's not just pickled daikon or something like that. This is orange and a little bit of lemon zest in here. Gives it a very sharp flavor. Again, not something we're used to, but not objectionable either. That's the problem. You go into places with certain expectations, but then when you go to a place that serves something that you don't know anything about, you have no idea what to expect. I'm not sure which is more interesting, trying to find something that's treated differently than we do back home, or something that we don't encounter at home at all. Looks like we're getting things in courses today, which is fine. This is bear meat marinated in miso. So this is going to be the real new experience. So let's see how that is. Yep. Hey. All right, let's give this a try. Just have the meat pretty much the same, just pretty much as it is. And this is what it looks like. They even described it as beef, but I guess there's hard to find a proper word for it. Oh my. That doesn't taste like miso. Okay, let me see if I can do this. It is a rich, oh, there's some mushrooms underneath. Yeah, yeah, you can taste that. It is kind of mushroomy, earthy. Well, maybe not mushroomy. The meat itself is much more flavorful than that. It is, and the word I'd use for it is rich, for lack of anything better. There's a slight sweetness to it. And as far as the chew goes, it just kind of falls apart in your mouth. It doesn't melt, it falls apart. There's a difference. I know comparing it to beef is kind of facile, but oh gosh, this is not like anything else I've ever eaten. It is hard to describe. It is more like eating, there's a slight taste in the back of the mouth that would remind me of liver, but it's not quite as unpleasant as all that. Hey, oh boy. It does leave me wishing there was more here. That much is, and that's probably, that says enough for it. It is a fairly small plate, especially since we're splitting it, but it really leaves you wanting more, which is what any good entertainment should do. But food, I'm not sure. Still, I'm not regretting being here, that's for sure. All right, third course, Enzo curry. So now we get to give this a try. It's got a little stringier texture. It's like pulled pork or something. Well, let's give this a try now. This is all right.
It's you. No way.
They are very friendly here. Well, the regulars in particular. They've been very helpful too, because navigating the menu has been a real challenge. Let's try this again. The curry is mild, and then a little sweetness again to it. It's like it's been braised in a wine sauce or something like that. Again, it is very rich, but not overfilling. And the curry tastes very strange, very sweet, which is not something I'm used to. But it's not bad. Again, you've got to go into these things with no expectations. And, you know, this is very tasty. It's a little small, but again, we're dealing with small bites.
That's good.
Folks here pointed out that the chopsticks container also contained regular utensils in case we were struggling trying to get the last few grains of rice out. Very good though. And we're on to our third course, roast venison azo.
And let's see what this one's like. This one came with two choices of sauce, berry or cream. I selected cream. It looks more like a mushroom sauce. Okay. Here's what it looks like. This is just, rather than being soaked in curry sauce and served with rice, it's just by itself with the cream. All right, it's a little more tepid than I had expected. Okay, this has a very earthy flavor. This is the real deal. And again, has a texture a little bit more of. It has a slightly livery texture to it. Not quite that flavor to it, thankfully. But the mouthfeel does take a bit to get used to. It has a melt in your mouth kind of texture. You give it some time. But it doesn't feel the same as, say, the typical beef or even muskox. Yeah, when you have it straight, it's a lot to take in. This, I suppose, is the gaminess you're not terribly fond of. Well, for what it's worth, Daniel does not seem to be as fond of this. And, you know, it is more... It does have a more... earthy flavor to it. It also has a sort of feel like... This is going to sound weird. But something like some of the more exotic French cheeses, the harder ones. Yeah, the texture is kind of like that. And that's the thing. It's not so much the flavor that's unusual as the texture. It doesn't... It's not fatty, but it doesn't have the same mouthfeel that you think of when you think of meat. It's almost like it's ground fine, except it's not. It's a slice of meat. It melts in your mouth, and it's very earthy. Oh boy, I'm running out of words to describe this stuff, and it's an experience. I think I definitely like the bear better than the venison. I think we both agree on that much. But I think I can live with this better than Daniel can. I don't regret having ordered it because it's kind of like you've got to try it in order to know. But under the circumstances, it's well, I'm glad we chose a bunch of options. That much is pretty clear.
Which is a pity because this is the one where where the meat stands most by its own. So you'd think that this would be the best one, but for my money, definitely go with the bear. Or with the preparations like curry. This is an experience. I can eat it. I can enjoy it. But it is definitely my third choice, and I'm kind of sorry it's the last one. Well, that was more of an experience than we'd expected. I didn't get a lot of it filmed, to be sure, but one of the guys sitting next to us was a very friendly fellow by the name of Ken. Ken, if you were watching, hi again. Not used to that sort of level of socialization.